Hello and welcome back to another WitchFire video, and today we're talking about the Brewing update and all the stuff that was added, as far as I know. Now, I didn't get to play yesterday when the patch launched, but today I went through, I searched all the nooks and crannies I could find, and I found a bunch of the stuff. Now, I'm not sure if this is everything, but it is quite a few things. So first off, the most exciting stuff is we have two new guns. We have the Angelus and the Frostbite. Now, these two are going to have their own separate videos, but I'll go briefly into each of them. The Angelus is like an LMG style auto rifle, so it has a huge mag, and it's relatively low damage, but it makes up for it in just sustained fire. It also is an interesting new direction, as it seems to be like a tank weapon, where as you aim down sights you get a shield, which is a really cool idea for the auto rifles, especially being that they don't have as much damage as the other weapons. I think utility like this makes it absolutely incredible, and it's a lot of fun to use. The Frostbite, on the other hand, it's a lot like if you took the Hunger and turned it into a rifle, which is a lot of fun. So it is a bolt-action rifle, and it does more damage based on reload. So whereas the Hunger, every headshot you get before the reload, you get bonus damage on your shots. This one, it's a timed reload. So when you reload it, and I can show it right here, you have a little gauge at the bottom, and you can time the reload and it'll give you bonuses to your shots. I don't have it maxed out yet, but it'll also add elements to the shots, so it's really cool stuff. We also have a few new relics. We have the Parasite, which it just kind of latches on and does decay damage to a random nearby enemy, which is kind of cool. It's just passive damage. Now, once again, I haven't got a chance to get all these up all the way. We also got the Scourge. It says that it prevents a fatal hit, removing bonus stamina instead. Refreshes on regaining focus. So my guess, it says it prevents fatal damage. So I guess if you're really low but you have focus, it'll keep you from dying, which I could see it being useful, but I think you'd probably be better off using other things. Now, I haven't got a chance to play around with it really at all. This is just based off of what it says in the tooltip, and I haven't leveled it up, so maybe it has some crazy passive abilities later. We also got two new rings. So we got the Dynamo Ring, which dashing after landing a hit unleashes lightning bolt that seeks the nearest enemy, favoring targets in the dash's direction. This is kind of an odd ring, honestly. It says that it goes to a nearby enemy, or the nearest enemy, but I noticed whenever I hit an enemy, a little symbol pops up, and then if I dash, it hits them with lightning. So I need some more time with this one to play around with it, to actually see exactly what how it works. Then we have the Meteor Ring, which it gives us utility on our slides. So slides are way longer and create damaging fire trail that burns enemies. That could be an interesting one. I haven't got a chance to play around with it at all. Like I said, this is my first few hours of playing. I managed to get one of the guns up, but the rest of these things just take time. Now, I don't believe there was any fetishes. Yeah, I'm not, unless I just haven't found them. I don't think there was any demonics, and I don't believe there was any spells. So those are the things that are new, which is a good bit of stuff. Now, the other thing that is brand new, well, not brand new, but they did a reshuffle on the bosses. They added cutscenes for all of them, and I really enjoy this change. First off, Galley Slave is now on Scarlet Coast. and he only spawns in once you clear all the camps. You can no longer just rush to the shield bearer. And furthermore, they didn't get rid of the shield bearer arena, they just locked it, which means eventually there's gonna be another probably boss down there. I haven't got a chance to explore the dungeons, or whatever you call them. Just those little side paths with bosses in them. I haven't got a chance to get around to doing that yet. I was really more looking at the bosses. So I'm unaware if there's any changes thus far. That'll definitely be in the next video. So Galley Slave is on the first map. There's Scarlet Coast. As far as I can tell, there were no significant changes to the Island of the Damned at all. I don't think there's anything new there. And then on the castle, they made what is it called? Dimachus or something like that. That is now the boss of the castle, which I think is a lot more fitting than the Galley Slave. It was kind of weird that he was there, but so he's the boss there. There will be new boss guides because they added new moves to all the bosses. And then they made the shield bearer. They didn't get rid of him. He is now a boss that can spawn out of calamities, which I think is very fitting. He definitely was lackluster as a full-on boss, but I feel like him being a calamity boss makes way more sense. It feels way better too. Now he does function quite a bit differently. They neutered him pretty much. He doesn't have any of the minions. He literally just spawns in with his shield. He'll throw a bubble out, and from what I noticed, I wasn't able to leave the bubble. So it's not like you're getting fucked up outside the bubble. It just kind of locks you in with him. So that's really all he is now. He's just a souped up knight, which makes sense. So now with the Dimachus, or whatever he's called, they did give him some new stuff, I believe. I don't remember him having, ranged attacks like he has. I know he would slam down on the ground, but I don't remember him being able to slash and have those slashes travel through the air, which is really cool. Now, to be honest, he's super easy. I don't see many people having trouble with him. The hardest part is every time I fight him, it spawns a patrol on me. I don't know if that's just part of his mechanics, but I do notice that I get patrols all the time whenever I'm fighting him now. And I've fought him 3 times, so it's 3 for 3. I imagine that's just a mechanic at this point. Now, aside from the shield bearer being a calamity boss, I didn't notice any new calamities aside from that, but that doesn't mean there aren't any. Like I said, I've just been playing for, I don't know, 4 or so hours, and I just haven't noticed any other new ones. Now, aside from all of that, I do believe everything else is the same. I did want to mention where you get this stuff, and now this is going to be a little bit... Oh, yes, I forgot. There's also the alchemy system. I completely forgot about that. So the way alchemy works, and I really actually enjoy this. I thought it would be like, oh, I can craft consumables. That's cool, I guess. But instead, you get these incense. And once you craft one, or you burn the incense, you get this buff, or whatever buff it says, you get that buff in your next outing. So if I was going in with like the hunger and focusing on headshots a lot, then this one right here, the potency incense, where healing effects... Oh wait, no, not that one. The bloodthirst incense. Headshots may restore health. Weapons with smaller magazines have higher healing chances. So it's really cool to add just a little modifier to help you out a little bit if you're struggling, especially if you're trying to go after a boss or something. So like, I imagine this doesn't say you have to kill something, it just says headshots. Now I just now on my last raid got the Maiden's Hair, so I haven't got a chance to try this out. I've tried a few of them. What did I tried the spellcasting restores minor health. It's very minor. It's barely noticeable. Oh, I did try this one. The absorbing manifestations increases maximum health. I got a massive health bar. I'll tell you that. This one is pretty cool. So just keep that in mind if you're struggling against a boss, or if it's your first time going after a boss. I think like the Wellspring would be great, or the Bloodthirst would probably be pretty good as well. Aside from that, in regular raiding, if you're having trouble with healing, like if you don't want to run the Henbane fetish all the time, I'd really like some of these, because this one here is like elixir seals slower but restore more health. There's another one. Is it this one? No. There's another one. Yeah, elixirs heal slower but reduce damage by 50% while active. So now, whereas Henbane is pretty, at least for me, has dominated the fetishes, this gives me an option to run something else. Because it's really hard to justify running another fetish when Henbane is just as good as it is. I mean, with all that stuff. So, the other thing is you no longer have to craft elixirs at all. They did add this little table, so I wonder if eventually we will not get free ammo. We'll have to craft it. They added a ton of ingredients. So we got like the charred bones, we got Eryngium and Maiden's Hair, and so on and so on. And you get those from, sometimes they'll drop from elites, most of the time they'll drop from like a mini boss or the actual boss and stuff like that. You can get them at a chest and whatnot. Or you can come over here and our good old collector seems to sell all of them. Or at least most of them. I don't know if there's one that's like super rare that he doesn't sell. And I think the last change, at least that I can remember right now, if I've left anything out, please let me know, is they added like moods to the, the refuge here. You'll come back, if you have a good raid, it'll be all sunny and nice. If you have a bad raid, I don't know, it may be dark. Funnily enough, I haven't died in any raids today, so I've only had like sunny skies. There was one at like dusk where the sun was like way off in the horizon and it was really beautiful. And that's a hell of a change, man. I was least excited about that, but I really enjoy it. So the two guns you can get straight away out of the mirror, and then I believe it's the dynamo ring and the scourge. I think it's dynamo ring and scourge you get out of the mirror as well, and then parasite and meteor you find out in the world. Now there may be other things out in the world that I just haven't found yet, but I believe the parasite was on the castle. Honestly, the meteor I think was on Scarlet Coast, but I could be absolutely wrong on that. Wait, no, they were both on the castle. So right next to the gate spawn, where you spawn in the cave, next to where you can use the, what is it, the ornate key. There's a waterfall on exiting that cave just to the right. You can go behind there and there's an illusory wall there. And then just if you go across the drawbridge into the castle and then immediately take a left, there used to be a closet there that had nothing in it. Sometimes a chest would spawn in there. And then they took it away. Now it's back and it's an illusory wall. And that has the other, I can't remember if the parasite was in that one or if it was the other one. So, yeah, that's all the changes. You can expect updated boss guides and new weapon guides. And probably I'm going to start doing a series on starting as a beginner. So, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And if you didn't, then don't. Either way it goes, though, have yourself a very fine day.